This is my third machine from HVO, and HVO has not let me down yet. So will that be the case with this chest fly machine? Everyone loves a good chest fly machine, and this one is especially cool because it is space saving for your home gym. Once you fold these arms away, it doesn't take up much space at all. But all that means nothing if it doesn't hit your chest right. So let's find out what this bad boy has to offer and see if it's worth the price. Although this HVO machine is called the chest fly machine, I was pleasantly surprised to find out that you can also hit rear delts, triceps, and even abs. Now, most home gym machines claim to do multiple movements, but they really only do one movement well, and I thought this was the case with this machine since it's called the chest fly machine. I was mistaken. Surprisingly, all four movements felt amazing. Now, to be transparent, I'm 5'2", and this is a smaller machine, so I thought maybe it could just be my height, and I'm perfectly built for this machine. But that being said, this seat does have four different adjustment heights. So depending on how tall you are, you're going to be able to find the right setting for you with each different movement. So let's go ahead and go over the chest fly first, since I'm kind of set up for it. So with the chest fly, these arms here have 5 different points of adjustment. I like a really good stretch in my chest fly, so I'm going to put it on that second hole and show you guys what a chest fly looks like on this. So this machine has a 3-to-1 ratio, which is fine because each weight horn can have up to 154 pounds on each one, kind of a random number. So we'll just say 150. 150 pounds on each weight horn, meaning it can take 300 pounds. It is a 3-to-1 ratio, but unless you're like a mass monster, that's going to be probably plenty to be able to hit chest flies. Chest flies are something you want to go a little bit lighter on and do more reps anyways. So this machine can get it done. Now, if we turn around this way, and we put these arms on the first hole, you're going to be able to hit rear delts. Now, rear delt flies didn't feel as good as the chest flies, but honestly, most rear delt fly machines feel pretty similar to this, so I wouldn't say that this is any like worse than most machines out there, even commercial machines. If you want a really good stretch in the rear fly, I have found, and you can do this with commercial machines as well, if you sit on the side like this, your arm right here, your rear delt gets a very good stretch, and then you can hit your rear delts like this. If you do it this way, 10 out of 10. I'm getting a good stretch. You do have to do obviously one arm at a time, but you get a really good stretch if you face sideways on the seat and do them that way. So that's the chest fly and the rear fly. Now let me show you the crunches. We were just talking about how these arms are a 3-to-1 ratio. Well, that is not the case with this pulley above head. The pulley above your head is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm not going to be able to do tricep extensions here, but I told you I'd show you the crunches. So I tuck my feet here underneath the feet of the machine, and then that gives me enough stability to be able to crunch. Now, my seat is in the highest position because, again, I'm 5'2" and I'm short, and I'm getting pretty close to full range of motion. I could probably drop it down a notch and get a little bit more stretch on the way up, but honestly, the crunches really kill me, so that is awesome. Now, the tricep overhead extension, again, because this is a 1-to-1 ratio, there's no way I'm going to be able to do 60 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and take 50 pounds off so I can show you guys the tricep extension. Now, the tricep extension, to get a full range of motion, will require you to sit forward like this. So you can put a pad behind your back, or like I said, you can just sit forward, and then you're going to be able to get a good extension. Usually I put 1 foot forward and 1 foot tucked behind the feet of this machine, and then I can get a pretty good tricep overhead extension. This machine is stable when you're sitting on it and you have weight loaded on the weight horns and you're using the machine correctly, but don't expect to be able to do face pulls off this pulley, because if you have enough weight loaded onto the weight horn, you will tip this machine. As long as you are sitting and you're doing the movements that are suggested, this machine functions properly and it feels stable in use. Earlier, I was telling you guys that this machine does not take up much space in your home gym, but let's be more specific. If you guys buy this machine for your home gym, it's going to cost you 26 inches this way and 39 inches this way, which is not a very big footprint, especially for this machine being able to do 4 different movements and doing those 4 movements quite well, as I was showing you guys. Now, this isn't a commercial style piece. This is a budget home gym piece. And so the movements feel really good, but not amazing. Now, that being said, this is surprisingly smooth. I did put lubrication on this rod back here, and that made it feel a night and day difference. This comes pre-assembled up here in the package. I went ahead and took this bolt out and put some lubrication on these rods here, and that also made a huge improvement on the way it felt. So if you guys buy this machine and you lubricate the rod back here and lubricate these two rods here, you're going to experience a nice smooth machine. While we're talking about the way this machine feels, I'm showing you guys the cams here up top. That is those half circles there. And as you do a chest fly, that cable is going to wrap around the cam, and that's what provides you a nice smooth movement, and you don't have any funny, weird weight drop-offs in the movement. Now, these cams could be bigger to provide a smoother range of motion, but for a budget home gym piece, it feels quite nice. I'm pleasantly surprised, and I think HVO did a really good job on this machine. So the question at the beginning of the video was, did HVO provide me a third machine that I'm pleasantly surprised with? And the answer is yes. I think this machine is worth the budget price. And with those couple Capex nuggets that I gave you guys with lubricating the rods here and the guide rod here in the back, I think you guys will also be pleasantly surprised with this machine.